Hi, and welcome to the pool again. We've got something new today. Battle of the Robots. I've had the privilege of being able to use this Aiper EcoSurfer S2 for a couple of days, and it and the iSkim have both been in the pool, sort of fighting for scraps, I guess. It's been like hungry hippos. Let's get them out of the pool and pull the baskets out, see what they've collected. I'm really interested in comparing these two because they're pretty close price points. They're almost equivalents, I would say, in the pool market. So let's see what they've got. Okay, here we are, fresh out of the pool, still dripping. So the EcoSurfer S2, it is noticeably narrower than the iSkim by quite a bit. Look how wide that intake is on the iSkim. EcoSurfer is much narrower. Both have similar roller wheels. Both have sensors on the front. The EcoSurfer supposedly does some back and forth routing, whereas the iSkim does not. I haven't really seen that to be a problem with the iSkim. It seems to, they both, in my observation here, tend to be wall followers. They'll find a wall and zoom around. The Beatbot zooms quite a bit faster. It's got some speed in it, but look at the solar panel. So this is a 24-watt solar panel on the iSkim, and they claim a 10 amp hour battery. I'm not sure how big what the rated wattage of the Aiper panel is, but I think the battery is about half the size of the iSkim. But either way, they have been running continuously, all night, all day, and the solar panels on both have been sufficient to charge them all the way up during the day. So that has not been a problem, battery capacity or not. But let's pull the bins out here, if I can do this one-handed. So here's the Aiper bin. It's got a nice little handle on the top. Beatbot. On the Beatbot, you have to push the button. Can I do it one-handed? There we go. And it has this basket style that was much less awkward to remove once I pressed the button. But look at so there's the two bins here. This is 4 liters and 9 liters. Yeah, significant difference. Let me open them up. Oh yeah, we got some stuff in that one. How do I open this one? Actually, I haven't emptied it yet. One-handed, there we go. So yeah, they both got quite a bit of stuff in it. Oh, this has a chlorine dispenser, so that's a different feature that we don't have over here. But I have a saltwater pool, and chlorine puck dispenser is not important to me. But yeah, quite significant. They both have anti-barf flappers on them here. On the iSkim, it is on the top. It hinges down from the top, and on the Aiper, it comes up from the bottom. But good feature. Let's flip them over and look at the undersides. Okay, so this is the underside of both. So here's the EcoSurfer. It has a little flip-up anti-stranding legs on it that you can use if desired. Is there one in the front? It seems as though there might be, but I'm not going to be able to get it one-handed. So this does feel like it moves a little bit. I do like that it has shrouded propellers here. Not that these things are ever going to really hurt somebody, but they are shrouded. It looks kind of neat. There's a charging port. It is a regular plug-in style, and it does come with a power adapter. And then on the iSkim, you have more or less open propellers, but they are They are shielded here, but not to that extent. I don't know. I think it's more of just a design aesthetic than anything else. iSkim has anti-stranding wheels on it instead of adjustable legs. I have not found it to get stuck in the pool yet. The step over here is pretty shallow, and iSkim will just sort of roll up and over that step, and if it gets sort of hung up, it pauses for a minute and then just gives it the throttle and just shoots itself right off the side. But yeah, it's interesting comparison, but man, look at that baskets. That is significantly different. Let's go dump them out. So I'm not sure how you all empty your skimmer baskets, but I tend to use a hose. So let's see how easy this is. So what do I do? Push this out with one finger while I'm holding the hose in the other. Pops open. Well, that's okay. I need to change my grip. Whoa. There's something adhered. There, we got it. Okay, good and clean. Next. iSkim basket. It's a two-handed job for both, really, but let's see how easy this comes out. There's beetles in there, and they seem to not want to let go. On both baskets. Come on, beetle. There we go. Got him. Good and clean. See this ledge step? It can clear it. You can hear it going across the step, but it's got enough propulsion to push itself through. I do not have the legs extended, but here it's doing a wall following maneuver. The Beatbot likes to do this also. It tends to find the wall and then just put the beans to it. Just puttering along. There we go, the Beatbot on that same ledge, on that step there. It just pushes itself right across on its roller wheels. And then comes shooting around the corner. So I know the EcoSurfer has quite a bit of stuff in the basket in there. And let's see if we can make it spit it out. Not really. Maybe one little bug piece came out. That's pretty good. It's got the little flapper door in there. So here comes the iSkim. Let's give it a shake and see if we can make it throw up a little bit. Not, well, maybe a little bit, but you can see there's quite a bit of stuff in there. Just that little piece came out. That's not too bad.
Another significant point of difference is that the iSkim has a 3-year warranty compared to 2 for the Aiper.
So I wanted to also maybe compare the apps, since these are both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connected devices. So I got the app loaded up here for Aiper EcoSurfer. And if I tap on the little, it says it's connected, it says the battery's 89%. It's currently very, very overcast, so it's not showing charging on that screen, but it does on this screen, top left there. It says 90, and it shows a little lightning bolt in the sun. So it is, in fact, charging, but it is out there cleaning right now. I'm going to tap on this little like notepad thing on the left. That is where you put in scheduling. So you can schedule it to start and stop. certain days of the week, certain times, all that. I do not have a schedule set up because I've had it running continuously. But yeah, you'd schedule it and then it just float around when it's designated not to run. Here in the middle you have, see, it's cleaning right now, so if I hit that square in the middle, it goes to stop, standby, and just floats. You hit play again and it goes back to cleaning. At the right here you got a little directional arrow thing, so you can drive this around. You can drive it to you. Say you got a big pool and it's out in the middle, you can drive it to the edge, drive it to yourself, and go get it. It does not have the park function that the Beatbot does, but you can still drive it to yourself, so you don't have to go run after it. So that's a cool feature. Also, it has at the bottom here this eco mode, so it runs for 3 hours and then sleeps for 3 hours. I'll show you the Beatbot has a very similar setup, but if I tap on the 3 dots at the top, you see the firmware, cleaning time. It's got sort of a log here of cleanings, network setup, device setup, firmware, Bluetooth, all that sort of stuff. It did get a firmware update while I had it with me. Now it's current, so that's cool little software. All right, now let's we'll go to the Beatbot. Okay, so here's the Beatbot ISkim menu. I've also got my Sora in here, so that's the Sora. Here's the ISkim. It says it's cleaning, so I'll tap into it, and it shows it at 59% and charging in the sun. We're in standard mode. Similarly, it does have the remote control. I went over this a lot in my Beatbot video, so go watch that if you want to see it. But this thing is really fun to control in the remote mode. I tell you what, it will outrun the Aiper any day. Let's see. If I turn it around here and punch it, watch this thing just go flying across the pool. Well, relatively, but it's fun to drive. There she goes. It does have the park mode here. If I select that, it will, let me exit. And then I select park, it'll go find a corner, go find a wall, and stay there. So that's remote control and the modes. And it does have firmware that'll automatically update itself. It has scheduled cleaning, has cleaning record. It'll show you what it has done through the days. Cool stuff. Has this solar recharging that I don't think has been updating for some reason. I'll have to look into that. But same ID, serial number stuff, bunch of neat information in here. One cool thing in this menu is it has this maintenance function. So it has, it'll show you via graphics how to take out the filter basket, how to clean the solar panel, clean the roller brush. That they say it can get entangled with hair, so they show you how to take it out. It's kind of neat features. So that's a quick run through of the ISkim versus the EcoSurfer. I thought this would be a great comparison to make, as they're both pretty comparable. Solar skimmers, backup adapter charging. I'm trying to chase them around. Where'd they go? They've both been flawless in this pool. The Beatbot does have a much larger basket and a much wider intake mouth, and it does move quicker across the water. Does that equal better cleaning? I don't know, but they're both fun to watch. They both run continuously here, charging up in the day with no trouble, all the way to full, and then running continuously overnight, charging back up again. Solar skimmers work, especially this new breed that has Wi-Fi and scheduling and statistics and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, I thought this was a good comparison. Thanks for watching.